Hello everyone, let me show you right off the bat why mastering transparency in financial and operational disclosures within our advanced governance and crisis management section is one of the most critical ethical lifelines of your PgMP certification journey. Because when you manage massive multi-million dollar programs, hiding bad news or playing hide and seek with financial reports is a recipe for instant corporate disaster and career destruction. When you look at the official study guide, transparency in financial and operational disclosures is formally defined as the advanced governance mandate of providing accurate, timely, and complete accounting of program expenditures, performance metrics, risks, and operational statuses to executive stakeholders and regulatory bodies without omission or distortion. Now, in very simple words, financial and operational transparency is just like an open book dashboard on your car. You don't want a mechanic to tape over your check engine light with black electrical tape. You want to see every single warning signal clearly so you can fix the car before the engine blows up on the highway. Think of it like this. I remember consulting for a massive enterprise technology transformation years ago, where our program manager was so afraid of upsetting the executive board that he hid a growing $2 million budget overrun for 6 months by creative accounting tricks. When the truth finally exploded out into the open during an external audit, the board lost complete trust, fired the manager on the spot, and nearly cancelled the entire program. That is what happens when transparency is sacrificed for short-term comfort. Don't worry, we'll take it slow as we map out how to build absolute financial and operational truthfulness. Let's dive deeper into how we enforce crystal clear financial reporting standards across all constituent component projects so that every dollar spent is tracked, audited, and disclosed accurately. According to the official study guide, advanced financial governance requires maintaining immutable general ledgers, transparent variance reporting, and strict adherence to enterprise accounting standards across all program spending. In very simple words, enforcing rigorous financial reporting is just like keeping a family checkbook where every single grocery receipt, utility bill, and savings deposit is written down honestly every night, leaving zero hidden debt or mystery expenses. Let me share a quick story with you. Years ago, I was managing a complex infrastructure program where one of our component project managers tried to shuffle leftover travel expenses into a general equipment budget line item just to make his project look like it hit its exact budget target. When our financial auditor caught the mislabeled coding, it triggered an internal review. We corrected the ledger immediately and established a zero tolerance policy for creative recoding. Now watch how this connects directly to disclosing operational realities, project bottlenecks, and emerging risks honestly to your steering committee rather than sugarcoating messy field data. The official study guide states that advanced governance mandates transparent communication of program health, risk exposures, and schedule variances without masking delays behind overly optimistic status reports. In very simple words, disclosing operational realities is just like a weather forecaster telling people there is an 80% chance of a massive thunderstorm coming their way, rather than promising sunny skies just because people want to hear good news. Think of it like, have you ever seen a program manager who colors every single project status report green week after week, even while developers are drowning in critical bugs, just because they are afraid of looking bad? That is a dangerous trap. When we manage programs professionally, we report red and yellow statuses early and proudly because it triggers immediate executive help. Let's talk about the practical art of managing regulatory and statutory disclosures, ensuring that external government agencies and compliance auditors receive full and accurate program data. According to the official study guide, program governance requires proactive compliance reporting, ensuring that all environmental, financial, and legal filings submitted to regulatory authorities are complete, verified, and transparent. In very simple words, managing regulatory disclosures is just like filing your annual income tax return honestly down to the last dollar, giving government tax authorities a complete, transparent picture of your earnings without hiding anything. According to the official study guide, statutory transparency prevents legal penalties. Think of it like this. I remember consulting for a multi-country telecommunications rollout where an environmental agency requested our site construction impact reports. Because our program had maintained complete transparent disclosure logs from day one, we handed over the exact compliance records instantly and earned high praise from the regulators. Stay with me for a moment because regulatory transparency builds institutional trust. Let's explore how to use the Program Management Information System repository to maintain an open, searchable audit trail of all financial reports, risk logs, and disclosure documents so that any stakeholder can inspect the data at any time. The official study guide emphasizes that transparency at scale requires centralizing all financial ledgers, variance reports, and disclosure records within a secure, searchable PMIS repository accessible to authorized governance boards. In very simple words, maintaining an open PMIS audit trail is just like uploading all your household financial receipts and home renovation contracts into a shared digital folder in the cloud, so family members can check the budget whenever they want. Think of it like this. I remember managing an enterprise software program where our executive board requested to see the raw financial variance data behind our monthly spend report. Because we had neatly indexed all ledgers and variance justifications within our PMIS repository, we sent them the direct link in 30 seconds. The board was deeply impressed by our total operational transparency. Don't worry, we'll take it slow and look at how you structure these audit folders. We have arrived at the final stretch of our journey on transparency in financial and operational disclosures. And let's tie it all together with a winning PgMP exam strategy. The official study guide highlights that exam scenarios involving transparency will test your ability to enforce rigorous financial accounting standards, disclose operational risks honestly without masking delays, manage regulatory filings proactively, and maintain open audit trails within the PMIS repository. In very simple words, this means whenever you read an exam question where a program is facing performance issues, budget variances, or regulatory questions, your correct answer choice will always involve disclosing the complete truth transparently, reporting actual operational data, managing compliance filings openly, and maintaining PMIS audit trails, never hiding financial overruns, coloring status reports green falsely, or omitting bad news from executive boards. Think of it like an experienced ship captain who reports exact storm coordinates and fuel levels honestly to the fleet admiral, ensuring the entire fleet navigates safely through dangerous waters. And in the next chapter, we are going to talk about advanced case studies, corporate ethical failures in programs.